Feels like my nostrils are freezing shut. It's 14 Fahrenheit, negative 10 Celsius. Day 431, Christmas Day, overhead press every day. And unlike last year, I'll lift this bell on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day, on Christmas Day. I'll lift this bell on Christmas Day in the morning. 48 single instead of double 40s like last year. That's a new snatch PR. Was aiming for 5. Got 8. My hand is cold. Went back inside for 5 minutes. Perk of training at home. Let the hand re-warm back up, because the glove's not enough when it's this cold out. Pinky finger and ring finger on the working hand there. We're mad cold after that one set. But 8 reps was a good set. Doing my video editing before I came back out, I saw that camera angle was terrible. Phone back closer to the ground. Should be good now. Do something left hand with this 48, this bell on Christmas Day. And if I just press, I can leave the glove on. And like you see all awkwardly sitting on me, I have a Santa hat. I meant to wear the Santa hat on the first set, and it completely slipped my mind. But we're good now. Camera angle, Santa hat, glove on. See what I can AMRAP. Left hand, PRs. 5. Went for the new PR, didn't get it, but a right hand snatch PR, 8x48, and a left hand PR tie, 5x48 press. Solid Christmas morning workout. Merry Christmas. Have a good one, guys. See you tomorrow. And we've made it to the extra credit scene. The Gift of Big Forearms. All Santa-like instead of Grinch-like. I'm going to talk about something. In the past year of training, I've put on a lot of forearm size. My grip strength, particularly on the kettlebell, and to a degree on the sledgehammer, has went way up. And all I've done is what you've been seeing with the kettlebell, and what I call front to backs, almost always with this, my lighter of 2 sledgehammers. I choke way up on the handle, and instead of just levering back, like is normal, I lever front and try to keep that arm parallel to back. And I don't do too much, just keep it going daily, off camera, daily like pressing workouts, in quite low volume. Normally a set of 15, a set of 10, maybe a set of 15 and a set of 10 each hand. Very little. I'll vary the height that I'm choked up on the sledgehammer. Eventually, Why not? Eventually, I want to do the entire front on a front to back, which would be something, even with a lighter sledgehammer. That's been a couple months in coming, actually getting there today. Everything I've been doing, really, I have this worn off sticker that's right there. Basically everything, I'll either have my top knuckle in line with it. Sometimes if I want to push the rep some, put my bottom knuckle in line with it. Vary the hand height as far as how choked up it is. But I get my 10 to 25 reps aside, front to backs, most days. Just like the kettlebell, the daily sledgehammer it's not set in stone. Occasionally I grab the heavy 20 pounder and try to lever it, just a normal lever, that style. Because I want to get the full length of the handle on that 20 pound sledge eventually. We'll get it. You pretty much see on camera every time that I do the heavy handle instead of the light hammer. The other part, big forearms, and almost always I do kettlebell swings barehanded. I feel like kettlebell snatch, bottoms up press, those both, for not being cheating, you need to have bare hand. Kettlebell swings, I don't think it's cheating to put the gloves on, but what happens is the gloves move around, get crunched up when you try to do hand-to-hand transfers. So depending on how you're doing kettlebell swings, maybe gloves on, maybe gloves off. It's massively cold right now, so the one demo set is just going to be gloves on today, giving myself that little bit of cave to weakness. I've put on a lot of forearm size with the light sledgehammer doing volume, or a small amount of volume with high frequency. And I've put on a lot of forearm size by moving up in my kettlebell swings from, in the past year, just this calendar year, from March through now. In March, I wasn't comfortable doing one arm swings with a 32. I did 10 by 10 two-hand swings in early April. I've done 10 by 10 two-hand swings with the 48 in the past month and a half that I've had it. But the big change has been, at the start of this year, I couldn't do one-arm swings with the 32. It was too much strain for me on the bicep tendon. Grip was there, I could snatch the bell. I find the taming of the arc for snatching the bell actually makes the snatch easier than the one-arm swing on a heavy bell. For me. Doesn't seem like too many people experience it that way, but I do. So you have two parts of big forearms that I've experienced this year. Volume light sledgehammer, occasional heavy sledgehammer levering work, and just moving up the one-arm swing from under a 32 to now I can one-arm swing the 48. I can do it hard style, perfect form. Maybe the shoulder wasn't perfect there, but you get the point. Keeping the feet planted, actually using a violent hinge, putting on the brakes, and then more of a Jervoy style, which is what I do, and what I've experienced pushing the reps past 30, having done 50 with the 40 and 32 with hand-to-hand transfers with the 48, is I've found, like Bud Jeffries in that video, that's 12, 13, 14 years old, at the end of him doing into the thousands of kettlebell swings. His swing height is like only here, whereas perfect form is up here. When you start pushing the reps per set, and I'm into the low range of the high reps versus the absurd high of the high reps, I'm really only swinging to like between here and here. It's not going all the way, but it's a training effect. If I was training for some set standard one of the strong first, sinister standards, yeah, I'd have to follow their form. But training in my backyard for my personal performance, you just use form that's good enough, and you look for your training effect first and foremost. And I know I said it in the last segment, but this time I mean it. See you tomorrow.